Hi guys, um, thank you so much for keeping it to this channel. Today you get to see my face. My name is Mulupi. You've probably heard me on some of the tutorials in the past. Now today it is special because I want to introduce something new, something interesting to us. We've been basically working on this website here, and we've been able to do a lot of things so far. We actually have these two pages, this one and this contact page that you can see here. But now, by far, our website doesn't have any functionality with it. By functionality, I mean there are no, like there is no interaction between the user and the website. And basically what we call such a kind of website is a static website. But then with the growing needs of people and individuals and clients, you find that increasingly people need websites that are dynamic. You want a website where you can be able to regularly update your content without necessarily involve the services of a web developer, because you can imagine if I have a website and I want to change some text and I just want to change maybe a sentence or two, and I have to call a web developer to come and change the HTML for me. That will be costly, and it will not be desirable both for me and for the web developer. And so as web developers, we need to be able to know how to create dynamic websites. And a good example is an e-commerce website. For instance, we have Jumia, which is very popular in Kenya, where people can be able to buy stuff. Now, in this website, you find that if I come today and I realize that probably I wanted to buy, say, Blue Band. Now, when I buy the Blue Band, probably we have like 3 of them in stock. So if I buy one, then the stock record should be updated so that we are aware that there are only 2. And then once the stock is depleted, it should not be able to show here, but instead we should have it replaced by something else. And so basically that is how an interactive or a dynamic website works, because it's able to change based on the current state. The content keeps changing every now and then it should be something that the owner of the website can be able to update regularly, because now as you can see, there's so much content that is dynamic. There are new stuff that come in, and this should be able to the owner should be able to update this within a very short time without necessarily having to involve the web developer. At the same time, the end user of the website should be able to have to be able to log in, and after login, they should be able to trace their orders, and also the content here should be tailored towards the needs of and the interests of the user who is buying at the time. For instance, if I like food, so to say, and there is Weetabix, that is cereals, So if most of my shopping online is food related, then when I visit this site, the content that is displayed for me to me should be food related rather than electronics. I should not receive more. Yes, I can receive them, but most of the content should be food related, because I'm more likely to buy food related items. And so in the same way, this website of ours should be able to show dynamic content such that if this car is sold, the next time I come here, I should not find it here, but I should find another car that is not sold so that I can be able to purchase it. Now, the good thing is that you can transform virtually any static website into a dynamic website. Now, what the difference is that in a static website, mostly we are just dealing with HTML and CSS by large. But then for a dynamic website, in addition to that, we will have to introduce a server-side language. Now, by server-side, I mean when we are talking about the HTML and CSS, mostly these have been happening. All the code and everything has been happening in the browser itself. Like there is nothing, as far as the content is concerned, that is coming from the server. But then when we talk about server side, we have a functionality where our code is written, or rather our code is able to load from the server. We can actually even have a database where we store our record. Like for this case, we can have, instead of hard coding this information in our HTML, we store the information about the cars in a database, and this database will be continually updated. But now, before we get to that point, we need to appreciate or understand a few concepts of programming. And so that is basically what we are going to do in the next few weeks. We are going to look at what I would call fundamentals or essentials of programming. And so we're just going to look to be introduced to some of the concepts in programming that we'll be able to apply in future, even to make our website dynamic. And so there are several server-side languages that we can use. We have PHP. Now, in our case, mostly we'll be using ASP.NET. ASP.NET is a Microsoft product, and we'll be doing it in Visual Studio. This is Visual Studio. Maybe I can just close it and open it again. So Visual Studio is a Microsoft product. Now I already have it installed in my machine, but probably I will be able to create a tutorial to show you how to install it. But it is something that you can install easily. You just Google download Visual Studio. Visual Studio, and we actually have the community edition, which is usually free, so you can always download it from here, and then you can install it and get started. So what we'll be doing initially we'll start with what we call console applications, and then after that we'll do a few desktop applications, and then we'll also do web applications. And this is all just to help you appreciate the concept of programming. Now, in addition to ASP.NET, now we'll be doing it mostly in C#. So we have several options. We have Visual Basic, we have C# and all that, but for our case we'll be dealing with C# in the Visual Studio environment. And then for the we'll also be using PHP once in a while, so keep it there, and I hope that we are going to have an exciting time even in the next few weeks to come. And thank you. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so, and also click on the notification icon so that you can be receiving notifications whenever we post a new video. Thank you, and also share widely.
If you enjoyed this video, kindly like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next